Hello everyone, in the new series from Ultimate General Civil War. So, quick introduction into the game itself. Ultimate General Civil War is a real-time strategy, so commonly called RTS, developed by Game Labs, and as I've heard, I'm not entirely sure, but that's something I've read on the internet. The author is responsible for multiple dark modes for Total War games. That guy is called, I don't know, Darth Vader, I suppose, and looks like that guy knows what he's doing, because that game is very, very, very good. Yeah, just in short, very good. You will be surprised by how AI is thinking. The AI approach to different situation is very interesting. I would say AI is not stupid. Of course, it happens that AI behaves weirdly. Uh, I would say, I mean, it's not something you can notice in Total War, where AI behaves like completely uh, dog shit without any clue, any idea, any plan for the skirmish, for the engagement. Here you will find out that AI really strives to demolish you, to win over you. So I have a quick. I have a few notes for you about that game. It was released in June 14th, 2017. So it's quite old game, 7 years old, but Game Labs is currently working on the new game, also from Ultimate General brand, which is called American Revolution. Is still in early access. I was thinking about starting the series from actually American Revolution, because mm, that's the part of the history which is slightly more interesting for me, more uh, well, what could I say? I mean, it's in general, it's more interesting. I'm not a huge fan of Civil War, uh, but still, it's the same series. Of course, the new one, the American Revolution, is different because you have the campaign map. Here we don't. Here we have only battles. So there are differences, but it's 7 years deviation. So of course, the new game will be more polished and improved and expanded, of course. So, I told about a few notes, so let's start with them. That's gonna be a boring part, so you can just skip until we start playing actual game. So, regarding the gameplay, players can command both Union and Confederate armies. It's quite obvious, right? What else? Of course, tactical battles are fought in real time. Of This is RTS game, right? Uh, with a focus on realistic unit management and strategic decision making. I would rather say it's not strategic decision making, it's rather operational decision making, but that's okay. Everyone understands. What else? Unit customization. This is interesting part. Players can customize their armies by choosing unit types, formations, and battle tactics. Units gain experience and can be upgraded over time. Yeah, that's also the part, so it's better to keep your units alive as long as possible. Regarding customization, you can select the weapon they use, you can select what kind of brigade you want to form, whether it's infantry, cavalry, artillery, or maybe skirmishers. But for most part, you select the commander for the unit, for the corps, division, and for the brigade. And I feel like for the brigade it matters most. Actually, I don't see any perks for commanders, but I believe the better the commander, I mean the higher his rank, the better command of him. So command ability, I guess so. Uh, Then you have the weapon selection, and this is interesting part, historically accurate. So you can select different weapon types. It's really cool. What else? Historical accuracy. The game strives for historical accuracy in terms of unit types, weapons, and battlefield geography. This is actually true for most part, I believe. Of course, if there are any uh, extremely knowledgeable people around, if you have uh, any tips, any interesting notes, curious, let me know. I'm very curious about all those stuff, so it will be greatly appreciated. Uh, and I think the biggest part of that game is AI and command system. Mm, my note says the game includes an innovative command system where players issue orders to division commanders and the AI takes care of the details of unit control. Yeah, this is true. Our mm, ability to command your units is quite simplified. It's limited. You basically plot a movement order for the unit, also the way how it's positioned against the enemy, and couple of more very simple options, and that's about it regarding the issuing orders and so on. So it is simplified, but it's still very satisfactory and challenging. Uh, so yeah, that would be it about the introduction. It's already 7 minutes, dear God. Let's jump into campaign. Hopefully it's not too loud. The music is beautiful, uh, so I hope you enjoy it, but it might be slightly too loud. Okay, so we are jumping into campaign. You have always dreamed of becoming a military officer like your father. You feel, you feel it is your destiny to serve your nation, earning glory with honor on the battlefield. Next. West Point graduation. Yeah, so we are able to select different traits and things related with your own personality. This is really cool. You are an officer, of course. You can select from tactician. You have graduated from West Point, specializing in tactics, learning that reconnaissance is the key to an effective flanking maneuver. Actually, very true. We get Army Organization +1 and Reconnaissance +1. Let's read about it quickly. Army Organization determines the maximum size of your army. As it levels increases, you can have more corps, divisions, and brigades to manage your recruits. Reconnaissance helps you to know your enemy. Uh, Army organization is quite cool. Reconnaissance, I would say, basic information we can extract from the reconnaissance level is usually enough for me. I feel like the number of enemies gives me the most valuable information about the mission itself, so usually I don't invest too much in reconnaissance. Well, usually I don't know, a few hours in that game, so I think it's saying usually it's too much. Let's read about the strategies then. You have graduated from West Point, specializing in strategy, learning that hard training is crucial for an effective army. Army Organization +1 and Training +1. Training is something new, so let's read it. Losing some of your best troops is unavoidable in this bloody war. Training allows you to replenish unit losses with veterans for a lower cost while keeping a unit's skill levels high. This is something which really appeals to me because uh, the experience of the unit is quite crucial, and I prefer veterans over I don't know, just the regulars. I mean the fresh units. So yeah, this is something I quite like it. But we have a couple of more options. So let's read about logistician. You have graduated from West Point, specializing in logistics, learning that a war can't be won without a proper supply chain. This is very accurate. Yeah, this This is very true. And same, army organization and logistics. One of the worst things that can happen during battle is running out of ammo. Logistics avoids this by increasing the starting ammo of all your units. This is actually, I think I say this actually too much. Mm, this is really worth consideration. I found out that the ammunition runs out I mean, not too quickly, but this is a serious issue on the battlefield. Of course, you have those ammunition. I don't know how it's called. Not the boxes, but the ammunition cars. I think they are called like that. So yeah, they can provide the ammunition for your units, but still, for at least for the first few battles, I feel like even at those first few battles, the ammunition is a serious issue. So logistics and is really important in that game, despite the fact it's simplified. So I'm considering either strategist or logistician. Training. Okay, let's start with strategist. So we will go for +1 training. We can always come back. Yeah, indeed. So we can select training +1 in reconnaissance +1, logistics +2, medicine +2, reconnaissance +3, logistics +1. Okay. Let's read it. Let's read about that quickly. Artillery. You served as an artillery. Oh well, yeah. This is the part about Mexican-American War. Your heritage. Artillery. You served as an artillery officer in the Northern Mexico campaign. Your battery was positioned perfectly to anchor our defense at the Battle of Buena Vista. So we get logistics +2. One of the worst things, yeah, we read about that. This is cool. And then we have medicine. Finding new recruits is not always easy. The ability to replace your losses is a valuable skill. Medicine increases the amount of casualties that get healed after battle. Yeah, this is also both logistics, medicine, and training. I feel like, especially medicine and training, are both connected because by medicine we can, with no cost, replenish at least some troops after the battle, and by using the training ability, we can recruit new veterans. Of course, we have to pay for that, and also we have to have arms for them. I mean the rifles or the cannons, depending on the unit. So yeah, medicine and training, those are really crucial things. And probably I would select infantry because of the training, but I feel like the logistics and medicine is better for now, so I'm going to take artillery. And well, we have also cavalry, so you served as a cavalry officer during Scott's invasion, reconnoitering the road to Mexico City. You helped unmask and defeat Santa Anna's ambush at the Battle of Puebla. And that gives us reconnaissance +3 and logistics +1. Oh, by the way, there is also short description for the infantry, so let's read it. You served as an infantry officer at the Battle of Monterrey. You earned great distinction for your role leading the assault upon the town. Yeah, so those are options. I'm going to take artillery this time. Further career. Business, army, and politics. Let's start with business. After the war, you went into business. Making a lot of money, you also made many friends who will help keep your armies well supplied. You have economy +3 and logistics +1, and so let's read about economy. Increasing your level in economy reduces the cost of purchasing new weapons. This skill helps keep your army well equipped. Interesting trait. It might be useful, especially if you want to quickly switch to better weaponry. But I also have noticed that the money isn't a huge problem, at least at the very beginning of the campaign, so I think I will give up on economy for now. Let's read about the army. After the war, you remained in the army. Rising through the ranks, you became a general of militia in your own home state. And we get training +3 and army organization +1, and looks like that's a winner. But let's read about politics also. After the war, you entered politics. Your sterling reputation and skill at managing men help you become a United States congressman. And we get politics +3. Politics increases the amount of recruits and money you receive during the war. Being good at politics will certainly favor your army in the long term. And yeah, I feel like it's not really needed at the early stages of the campaign, so we go for the army. This is the obvious choice. And now we have the hard choice to make. Confederate. The country is divided. You cannot fight your own people, so you have returned home and joined the Confederate States of America. The high spirits and esprit de corps of your fellow countrymen will help you forge a powerful army and win the war. Union. The South has seceded, and the United States is under attack. You have sworn to defend the Constitution and vote to help restore the Union. The manpower and material advantages of the North will surely overwhelm and crush the rebellion, and all men will be made equal under the law. So for that campaign, we will go for the Union. And now, army assignment, and that's basically the difficulty, as you can see. So we have the Colonel. We understand that you don't have much experience, and this is why your enemies will have reduced strength, and you will receive more recruits and gold to aid you in your quest. Golden recruits plus 25%, this is a massive boost, I'm not gonna lie. Enemy strength minus 15%, this is also huge. And reputation drop minus 25%. This is not crucial because usually I try to win every battle, and if I lose, I usually replay the battle, so I don't care about reputation drop. But this is a factor, no doubt. I believe at the higher difficulties level, this is a massive problem, because it happens that you can lose battle and you can still proceed in the campaign, because it's not scripted that you have to win battle. It's all about reputation, so you can win a few battles and you can lose one, and still you have enough reputation to continue the campaign. Then we have Brigadier General. You are a veteran commander who does not need additional support or assistance of any kind. A great challenge awaits you, and you are up for the fight. And I'm going to be honest with you. That game is challenging. I would even say it's really challenging. It's hard. It's hard to play. Even on Colonel difficulty level, you will struggle a lot because battles are immensely hard. For the most part, you have to replay those battles to find out how the enemy AI behaves, how to position your units, where they can attack. So the reconnaissance also, how the map looks like. Usually the missions consist of multiple chapters, so it's really hard to just play and win everything during the first try. Usually it doesn't happen. Of course you can win, but it's of a massive cost most of the time. For example, you lose one of your best brigades or something like that. So yeah, this is hard, and I think I will go for either Colonel or Brigadier General. Uh, Major General, no way. Look at that. You're a general of great renown, a veteran of many battles, used to the most difficult challenges. Your enemies will be stronger, and you will have fewer recruits and less gold, but your fame will rise faster. Gold and recruits minus 10, enemy strength plus 15%, and reputation drop plus 25%. And also we have legendary mode, and this is huge. The AI's armies are much stronger, better equipped, and will send only its best troops to fight you. Only the finest commanders can survive this change. I have no clue how it's doable. I'm pretty sure people do that, of course, and I even I've even seen one of the playthroughs, and yeah, the guy did it. So this is quite massive. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I will select mm, Brigadier General. I don't know. I have just a few hours in that game, so maybe I feel like the game is hard enough that the colonel difficulty will pose a massive challenge for me. So I will select Colonel. Let's go this way, and we will enter my name now, which is cool. I will call myself Jakub, and would be quite nice to have some surname. So I will call myself Fraser, or maybe Martin. And if you guess from where I took those surnames, that's cool. I will select Fraser, my first choice. Okay, cool. Those are our skills, abilities. So politics 0, economy 0, medicine 2, training 4, army organization 2, logistics 2, and reconnaissance 0. Which means that income 0%, discount 0%, veteran cost minus 10%, ammo 10%, recruiting 0%, unit restore 4%, corpse number 1, enemy info none. Huge. Would be nice to have at least one reconnaissance for the basic info. And we have also the advisor. I will turn it off and we can begin. Wow, it's 20 minutes already. Jesus. So yeah, let's begin. I don't know whether I would like to split the video, because if I do so, okay. Yeah, the first mission is quite long, so maybe this is a good option to split the video. So that's the introduction to the Ultimate General Civil War. In the next video, we will start the first introductory mission, which is, by the way, also quite challenging. I'm not lying. I'm not a great player. I'm not a good player even, but this is really this is challenging. At least when you try it the first time. So that would be it. I hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video. Once again, thank you and goodbye.